Today I'll be showing you how to solve a completing the square word problem by using the method of completing the square. The question is, a pencil is thrown across the classroom upwards at an initial velocity of 9.2 meters per second from a height of 1.6 meters above the ground. The height of the pencil is in meters above the ground after t seconds is modeled by the equation h equals negative 4.9 t squared plus 9.2 plus 1.6. What is the maximum height of the pencil and what time does it reach this height? Round your answers to the nearest tenth. So whenever you see a word problem with maximum or minimum in it, you should always be thinking about the method of completing the square. To complete the square, you basically have to convert the equation in standard form into vertex form. And right now, the equation is in standard form, and it is h equals negative 4.9 t squared plus 9.2 t plus 1.6. And the vertex form, we don't know because we still have to complete the square. So the first step to completing the square is adding brackets to the t terms, and in this case the two t terms are negative 4.9 t squared and 9.2. And now you have to get t squared by itself, so what you basically do is divide negative 4.9 by 9.2 to get it by itself, and you divide negative 4.9 by negative 4.9, so you get t squared minus 1.87 in the brackets. So for the second step, what we have to do is take the second term, which is negative 1.87, divide that by 2, times it by itself, and add it, and then subtract it to balance the equation. So what we do is we take negative 1.87, divide that by 2, which gives us negative 0.93, times it by itself, which gives us 0.87. So we add that 0.87, and then we also subtract it to balance the equation. We should then be left with h equals negative 4.9 bracket t squared minus 1.87 plus 0.87 minus 0.87 bracket plus 1.6. The final step to solving this equation is taking the negative 1.87 from the previous step and dividing it by 2. So in the bracket you should get t minus 0.9, and you have to put the squared outside. So you should be getting h equals negative 4.9 bracket t minus 0.9 bracket squared minus 0.87 bracket plus 1.6. And right now we have the negative 0.87, and we have to get rid of that. So what we do is we basically times the negative 4.9 by the negative 0.87 to take it out of the bracket, and then we should be left with the h equals negative 4.9 bracket t minus 0.9 squared plus 4.26 plus 1.6, and we simplify that even further, and then we should get h equals negative 4.9 bracket t minus 0.9 squared plus 5.9, and this is the vertex equation in vertex form. Now that we have the equation in vertex form, all we have to do is take out the x and the y values from there, and the x values inside the bracket, and there's a negative sign right there, but once you take it out it becomes positive because there's also already a negative sign implanted in the equation. So the x value is 0.9, the y value stays the same, which is 5.9. Therefore the maximum height is 5.9 meters, and it takes 0.9 seconds to reach this height.